then we clap.
Okay.
Okay.
So, 1, 2, 3.
Well, it's a.
How many claps?
You did that on purpose, T. You did that on purpose.
Who? What?
Who? You.
What did I do on purpose?
You just put your hand like that.
That's what we do. It's that clapper machine.
Oh, okay. It's a clapper.
Yeah.
Okay.
But Rodney was doing the excited, celebratory clap. But okay, yeah. So this is Boris episode what?
16.
16.
Oh,
Episode 16.
that's good.
Episode 16. Hi, Boris.
Hey.
Thanks for saying my name. So I'm Tamas, and we have here.
I'm sorry.
And
I forgot about you.
Yeah, I know. It's that's all right. We'll talk about it after the show. Cool. So and here with us we have Rodney Play. Hi, Rodney.
Hello. I'm all good, man.
So Rodney, we have worked with you. I've worked with you for quite a long time, and Boris as well. But so we know you. But for the audience, please, if you could just introduce yourself.
Yeah. So I'm Rodney Pole. So hired Boris into Turofco there back in the day. Also took you to Estonia from South Africa.
That is true. Yeah. So you had quite the influence in our lives.
quite influence. So Rodney from South Africa started working in the place that I work in 99. I'm from a very I'll say small town called Phoenix in KwaZulu-Natal. Yeah, I think that's it. Married, one kid, one wife.
Important to
that was like underlined. Very important.
Yeah.
One wife.
Yeah. That's it. I like to play. I used to play football. I like to play golf, and I'm into paddle now. So playing some paddle, which is pretty cool. Yeah, paddle. I think the Spanish. It's that game that it's gone crazy now. Everyone's playing paddle. It's like
I thought it's like paddling on the ocean.
No. It's a game that's a mixture between tennis and squash. Mainly.
Is it with this wooden kind of?
No. That's pickleball. So that's something different.
Oh.
So this is with like carbon fiber bats and things. But it's a smaller court, doubles game. It's everyone's playing it now. I don't understand why.
Is it good for old people like us? Like,
yeah. So this is it. This is the thing about paddle. The court is smaller. You can play it off the backboards, the back walls, essentially, and it doesn't matter what the age groups are in there. The courts are so small that you get everyone's in the game all the time. So you don't need to like do an age difference. I guess if you're playing professionally, it's different. But we've played with a whole bunch of people.
Oh wow!
And it works nicely. Yeah.
Boris, have you heard about this?
No, I just googled it.
Yeah.
And it looks like really small court and 2x2. I don't know.
Yeah. If there's no paddle courts in Estonia, maybe I think there's a business opportunity.
I was just about to say, Boris, maybe we need to.
100%. Yeah.
It is time.
Yeah.
It is time.
It is time.
By the time this podcast is out, we should already
have started our business.
Introduce the business.
I guarantee you guys are going to go out and to find out about paddle, and then apparently you're going to find like there's like tons of courts in Tallinn. Yeah, and many people are playing it. You just don't know about it.
But I mean, we have a sport that you don't have, Rodney, the disc golf. You didn't know about it before I told you, right?
Yeah. We didn't have that. What was frisbee, right?
Basically, frisbee golf. Yeah, well,
frisbee golf. Yeah. I've seen that.
Which you still, whenever you eventually hopefully come,
one day. My I need to come back one day. Every time I try and come back, I get diverted to some other place. I mean, the last time I was supposed to come, I ended up in Romania. Yeah, but yeah,
very unexpected and point.
Yeah, well, but I want to come back. To eat some food.
So Rodney, I wanted to ask something about what you mentioned. I never realized, is Phoenix a town? I mean, to me, it was just like a part of Durban.
Yeah. I guess I mean, Durban's the city, right? So I guess whatever you call it, I don't know if it's a town or it's a suburb. Probably a suburb, I guess. But yeah, it's not a town got a town hall and got a I guess that what defines a town, right? So it's not a town, right? Because it doesn't have those specific buildings that has to be in a town. So it'll be a
Like a
suburb.
church or
Yeah, it'll be a
whatever.
suburb. There's tons of churches, but it's not like your churches. Like your churches were built hundreds of years ago.
Oh, I see. I see. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So the name of this podcast is It Makes Me Smile. And we then usually spend some time, all of us, kind of going in the round, and everyone says what made us smile. So what we usually do is we go first, so you kind of hear how it's done, and then it's your
Okay.
turn. So Boris, what made you smile?
That's my name. What made me smile? I was mowing the lawn, and at one point I saw some little movement in the grass. And I was like, what is that? And I saw a little tiny mouse. And again, I called my kid. He rushed toward me. I pointed at this little thingy. And I never saw him being so serious about something. He was gazing at this little mouse with wide open eyes, and he actually stopped me from mowing the lawn because he had to be sure that the
don't kill it.
area is not but not infested, but I mean there are the mouses that live there, they're no longer there, so he had to take care of them. And so I have a Greenpeace lover in my family.
Oh, so taking care is not like in a mafia where you're like taking care of them.
No.
No, okay.
No. So he checked every corner of the garden, and of course he didn't find any, because that was just a coincidence that this little fellow was in the grass. But I mean, that made me really proud and happy, and I smiled.
Oh, okay. That's very nice. A bit of nature. Looks like it's a
bit of nature.
recurring theme. Like last time we spoke with Steve about some nature as well. Yeah, I mean, nature is beautiful, so it's always back.
Of course. T, now it's an obligatory thing. I have to ask you, what made you smile, my friend?
Back to an old topic. So I'm in Hungary now, and there are two reasons for that. One is that my niece is graduating from the elementary school, so that's going to be this Saturday. But the reason why I actually came is a Tool concert. So Tool is something that we have been talking a lot. I have been talking a lot about in the earlier
You have been
episodes,
talking a lot.
because I'm a big fan. Rodney, do you know this? Have you heard of this band? Tool is it's a metal band.
Is it Tool with like TOOL or
TOOL. I should have worn my T-shirt. It just says
Okay.
Tool, and when I
Okay.
walk around in that, and I'm in meetings, and I just says Tool, and everyone just like,
Yeah. You're a tool. You're a tool.
But yeah, so they came to Hungary again. I saw them here in Hungary 2 years ago, and now they were here last Thursday. I went with the same friend of mine that I went the previous time as well, and it was good. It's they are amazing. They played over 2 hours. There was like a 10 minutes break, so they don't do encores. What they do is like they take a 10-minute break, and then they come back and play another, 20, 25, 30 minutes. And overall, as I said, it's over 2 hours. And these guys are, I mean, yeah, they work hard. I mean, Boris, I don't know what is the length of your concerts, but just imagine doing that for 2 hours. It is quite impressive. And it was very, very good. So yeah, that really made me smile.
Okay,
All
cool. No, if you're asking me about the concerts, then it is quite some pumping the iron for me for the future, because I haven't done gigs longer than an hour. But if you are talking about some big names, big stars, then I would say that, for instance, band called Manowar, they have been doing 3 or even 4 hours
Oh,
shows,
wow.
and yeah, they are crazy. They're all about the stage. It's performance and all this sort of things, and
Oh, okay, impressive.
they're crazy. So what they do, they say that they are kings of metal, and they kill all the posers, and wimps leave the hall, and blah blah blah, all the sort of things, and they are the true metal heads, and that's why 3, 4, 10 hours, it doesn't matter, and the singer is like screaming on his highest notes. So yeah, Tool, good stuff. And Rodney, what made you smile? Sorry for this little remark of mine.
So I think this question like has been stressing me out when Tamas said it, because listen, I guess you guys this is your 16th time. So now you're probably in a routine where you're like, okay, cool. There's you're monitoring the smiles. So okay, cool. This has made me smile. So I'm gonna take this into the next episode. So for me, like, it's not gonna be in the last week. I was sick. So I guess the recent thing that made me smile, I went back on a exercise bike this morning after a week. It's been flu season, so I've been sick. So that's been cool today. And that made me smile. I guess now I'm looking from the other day. I'm looking for things that have made me smile now. I generally don't. But yeah, a couple of weeks ago, my brother got married, which was pretty cool. There was a big event in our family. He's the youngest.
One wife.
One wife, his first wife. Well, it's his first. We don't know yet. We don't know yet. I'm well into my marriage. He's just started. He's a couple of weeks in. But yeah, that was cool. We had a nice celebration. It was off in near the Midlands. Tamas will know it. It's like very cool mountainous region here. For very, very small for an Indian wedding.
Yeah,
Very
I wanted
small.
to ask.
It's like 70 people only that
As
came
opposed to the
in.
normal 400.
400, 500 people, but 70 people were there. It was very nice. And being my younger brother, the last person in the family to like get married, is probably the last big type of celebration in that way, weddings, that's going to happen to the immediate family.
Wow.
Now it's more like my daughter and my niece and nephews. Now we have to wait for them to get
Yeah,
married.
true, true.
Now it's that generation. But yeah, so that essentially made me smile. And then the elections in South Africa just finished. That was crazy.
Is it good?
The thing
'Cause
that
I was
makes
reading
and I think the thing that makes us all smile is all the political parties that got together to form the freaking, what do they call it, Government of National Unity or something.
So what
like
is the
that.
coalition now?
So that the coalition is, it's crazy. Probably no one would have thought about this before the elections. It's the ANC, it's the DA, it's the IFP. Those are the three guys got together at the end, and they make up the majority of the population. Well, the majority of the voting population that pitched up to vote. And it's crazy. You would never have thought that the ANC and its official opposition, which was the DA, would get together. And, effectively, how it's looking, hopefully it pans out from everything that they're saying, to work together to sort the things out. So it's a crazy coalition. And they're not calling it a coalition. They're calling it a government of national unity, is what they call it. Yeah.
But still, it will be better than what you have now.
Yeah. Because it's going to be different. Effectively, different parties have different perspectives on the same topic, and generally they'll talk about it as opposition to each other. Now, essentially, they can talk about it
But now they need to
as a
come to an
caucus,
agreement.
as a caucus internally, and come to an agreement. So now what happens is, now you have another opposition party that's sitting outside. Now you'd have to have like the new MK party or the EFF that has to try and check them. But it's three parties that will need to get together to try and figure it out, and they'll divvy up the seats in parliament and divvy up responsibilities. So it's going to be interesting. It's going to be very interesting. But it's cool. It's something that makes us all smile, I guess, in the country right now.
So actually, in there, it's from what I know, the EFF and the MK, they are really the extremes, kind of, anyway. Or I don't know, very like.
Well, it's not extreme. It's not extreme. It's So the parties that are together to form the coalition are in agreement with the constitution of the country. So they will abide. They abide by the constitution of the country. So that's there. So there's parties, and then there's parties that are anti-constitution, where there's things in the constitution. If they had 2/3 majority of the vote, would go and change it. So there's parties that won't change anything, and then there's parties that, in their manifesto, would say we change these things in the constitution. That will make them anti-constitution, and that's the two parties, the MK and the EFF, would do those type of things. So it's kind of like all the guys that are for the constitution are together, and the guys that are not for the constitution are, and they wouldn't have joined anyways, because their voters would have been thought that they would have been sideswiped, right? If you say them one thing, I guess all politicians do. They say them one thing, and then you do another thing. So, but everything seems to be panning out now. We haven't had load shedding for months and months and months. We don't know where the electricity is coming from.
Oh, very interesting.
It hasn't gone off, and it hasn't gone off yet. So that's cool. No load shedding in a while. So yeah, so I think there's lots.
So what's interesting for me about this is that, for context, for listeners who haven't heard me say this yet, I have lived in South Africa for 10 years, so I have some idea, even though I wasn't too involved in politics. But what I like about this coalition is that it's how to say, even the opposing views are in a single coalition. So it's usually like there's a coalition who are kind of pulling in one direction, and now, even if you want to, let's say, attack it from the outside, so the people who you represent from the outside, they kind of voice somewhat is already being heard within the inside as well, because it's really because there is some part that somewhat agrees with the rest, and it's already within who has to come to an agreement. So this is pretty interesting. I mean, South Africa, it's a rainbow nation, right? That's one of the things that they say, and like this really is a rainbow of like very, very different things in a coalition.
It's very different.
Or this unity.
It's very diverse. Whatever this coalition is, it's diverse. I think racially and tribally, very diverse inside it, and everything else culturally. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting. Let's see what happens.
I mean, I hope it pans out, because I honestly haven't excluded from my life to maybe go back to South Africa. I constantly miss it for various reasons, and if this starts something new, I don't know, Rodney, maybe like I'll buy a plot next to you in Umsloti, and then we'll be neighbors at some point.
I'm sure he's still going to be around. It's just going to be whether you want solar panels. Essentially, South Africa is going green.
Has to be.
Right,
Has to.
Done. And we have to. So, Jojo tanks and solar power. I mean, everyone else is trying to get it. We'll get it. We have to get it.
You have to get it. Yeah.
We have to get it. Yeah.
Well,
cool.
Yeah, I mean, the weather in South Africa allows it. In Estonia, it is extremely difficult to make a green turn.
Yeah.
Especially when we're talking about solar energy.
How's the wind? I mean, I know I've been here for 5 years, but it's silly of me. But
it's a crazy situation here, because a lot of time some investors tried to build the windmill park in the sea, or next to the sea in Paldiski area, but for some reason government has been getting rid of them and not giving in any license, and they've been postponing and renegotiating and all this sort of things, because as soon as you are entering Latvia, for instance, right on the border, there are plenty of
true. Actually, yes, I remember when I drive.
Yeah. But not in Estonia. Estonian government been pushing it away. I don't know why. But now it seems that it has been changed as well, because, for those investors who wanted to invest in this wind energy, they have won all the law cases, and now they start to build something. And also, if I'm not mistaken, there is also a hydro energy that you can get from the streams, which we also have in the Baltics.
Yeah. I just think everyone should just go nuclear energy. I think it's the cleanest form of energy, and that's it.
Nuclear
You're done.
nuclear power energy will be also
Yeah.
built in Estonia. At least this has been.
Is there no nuclear plant so far in Estonia?
No, no,
Oh,
never
okay.
been. But now they have agreed, if not mistaken, that they will start building it, which is not
Yeah.
bad thing because, as Rodney said, it's the cleanest one. You just and let's be honest, the disaster that happened back in the 80s in Chernobyl, that the technology back then
Yeah.
was were extremely on the low level. Nowadays, everything has been really evolved faster in a crazy progression.
Yeah. It'd be
So
interesting.
go solar
mean-
energy. Oh, go nuclear power. Oh, green.
And but Estonia as well. I think one of the reasons for this thing is Estonia has a lot of coal, right? And I think they kind of don't want to necessarily. I think them and Poland are two big countries in Europe who can still have a lot of coal plants, and they kind of want to, because they have it. Why invest in other things? Which is, if you look at the
They
future.
True, but coal power has nothing to do with green energy.
Well, coal is not that green.
You-
It's very
Yeah.
Absolutely, it's very.
Listen,
it's-
most
it's-
So that's
most
what
of
I'm
this
saying.
earth
That's why,
is
like-
most of this earth is still burning coal. So
Yeah.
if you look at there's a map that shows you where all the clean energy is coming from, and most of the earth and most of the countries are just red. Everyone's burning coal, and I think maybe Finland or something is probably the cleanest on that. But everyone else, I mean, even Germany's gone back to building to burning
Norway
coal now,
is
right?
very Norway
Yeah.
is very green.
Green,
But
yeah,
they're
yeah,
not in
probably,
the
yeah. I
European
think
Union.
some of the Scandinavian countries are there, but in general, everywhere is just everyone's just burning coal. That's it. It's the easiest way, I guess, to be able to produce energy. So that's what everyone's still using.
But
Yeah.
in South Africa, as you said, well, you guys have the whole sun of the world.
Well, the thing is that at that point, I mean, no, we didn't have any choice, right? So everyone was trying to get into it. But if this never-ending electricity continues, then you probably will see that those type of markets kind of contracting again, because then people are going to end up going back into the what's the word? They're going to get complacent again, essentially, and be like, okay, cool, the electricity is all coming. There's no need to invest in solar power because it's a big investment. And then you invest in solar power, and then you're like, well, I'm getting the electricity anyways, so why do it? And
Yeah.
it seems as though people are sorting out the issues with all of this stuff. Time will tell if
Humans
everything
are
works
so,
out.
so stupid. We need to get into big shit to try to do the good thing. And once
Yeah.
we kind of sort things out a little bit, then
Yeah.
we forget the bad shit, and then
Yeah. Because remember the management and all of this stuff. We just got hit with a tornado a couple of weeks ago here in Tongat. Took out like couple of communities. I mean, those guys, all of those people with all of their solar panels are all gone. These are the things. There's wear and tear on these things, a whole bunch of things. If you're getting proper, consistent supply from your energy provider, there's nothing. All of the cables and all of the stuff. If any of those things break, you call the energy provider to fix it.
yeah.
That's it. So I think if once it's gonna be an interesting thing if the electricity continues to be consistent, how that market will react. The solar panels, the battery markets. I mean, our batteries are pretty cheap, lithium batteries and stuff here as well, because there's so many people that are getting it and in different shapes. Yeah, it's mad.
And I know that there is in those kind of not necessarily in the informal settlements, but I know in the kind of the rural areas there was. I even seen with my eyes when I was back there more than 5 years ago when I drove past. There are these little solar panels and the little Jojo tank on on the top of the
Yeah.
little
So
shacks.
those are solar geysers.
solar geysers.
So those are solar geysers.
Oh, okay.
So they'll
specifically for
just
that.
so Yeah. So it's a geyser with the solar panel attached, and then you just get hot
Warm
water,
water.
consistent hot
Oh, I
water.
see, I see, I
That's
see, I
it.
see.
That's it. So that's the reason it's on the roof. So,
Okay.
but that's also like big now. Lots of people getting big solar geysers.
Okay,
Okay.
okay, okay.
That makes sense. And like that's just a simple couple of panels geyser. It just the problem is just the aesthetics about having the geyser on the outside of the house. Uh, that's about it. Yeah, and here everyone and all of the complexes and all the stuff they'll have their aesthetics.
Well, let me tell you that
Yeah.
my palaver to, or I don't know if that's the right word, of like trying to get an air conditioning installed in my place. Dude, I love Estonia really, and I think these things are like having actual controls and paperwork and like considering many things is good, but it's 3 years now, and we are at the point where I just got the confirmation that we need a plan. So we need to get a project made that has to be approved by municipality and all those kind of things, and we need plans for the building. No one has the roof plans
Where,
of the building I'm in.
to put an aircon in.
Yeah, because it's the
Wow.
external unit.
Yeah,
It has to
I
be,
guess.
yeah, all those kind of stuff. And
Mounted
mine
on
is
the wall.
and it's not even on the wall. I'm on the top floor, so it just would be on the roof. But then,
Okay.
so it's less of the visibility
Alright.
of it. But like, and then I look around, and there are units, and
With aircons.
they just put it in, and I'm the nice guy who's trying to do it.
Yeah, your problem is that you ask someone permission.
Yeah. That's the thing. I shouldn't have. So,
You're like, hey, can I do this thing? As opposed to my neighbors got it.
yeah, I'm just gonna
I'm
go.
gonna put it. So essentially, in where I live, I've got a dog, so I wanted to put a small fence in the yard just to block off the thing. So all I went is I noticed one of the neighbors had a fence.
So you just wanted to do
I
it
went
like
there.
a little bit around
Just
your
a little
house.
bit, just to block off so the dog can't run. So I went checked the neighbor. I saw that the neighbor had the fence, and then I'm like, okay, cool, get that. Asked the neighbor, hey, who did your fence? Told me who did the fence. I called those guys. They came in. I said, I want exactly that over here. That's it. So no one can complain to me because I'll
Yeah.
just say, well, the neighbors got it for a couple of years. Now I've got it. And then after I did it, a couple other people called the same guys,
I mean,
and they
honestly,
got the things,
at this
and
point,
with no permission for anyone. It's just like we just put it.
at this point, I should have. I mean, but it's too late now because like the whole community and the building managers are involved, so I can't. Now just,
Everyone
like,
know, yeah, you can't. Yeah,
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
done now. Yeah, you can't. Huh?
It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's- okay. So Rodney, now we are going to the next part of the show, which is where you come prepared with some topic that you introduced to us in the form of a question, and I hope this one didn't stress you out. If the "it makes me smile"
No.
question did stress you out, I don't know what this did to you, but
Yeah. So I've written. I've got a couple of questions in here. We'll see how it goes, and then we'll ask it, and then we'll go. So couple of So I think let's start with the first one. So lots of times people ask me, hey, if where would you move? Because I mean, South Africans move around the world. They go to different places, settle down. Mainly UK, Australia, New Zealand are probably the popular choices. And I've had people ask me a lot, like, where would you go? And my answer always surprises them. And I was like, if I had to move and I had to leave South Africa, I'd move to Tallinn, Estonia, and that's it. That's it. And they're like, where? I'll be like, Estonia, and they'll be like, where's that? And I'll be like, well, it's up north. It's next to Russia, but that's the place. I mean, Tallinn is the place I'd go because I've been there. I mean, I was traveling almost every 2 months at one point before COVID. We were traveling a lot. Never had a bad experience there. Everyone was friendly, and I'll tell them all of this. Like, everyone was friendly. I never had a bad experience there. It's amazing. I get there, you can walk around everywhere. Like, essentially, like, walk anywhere is 10 minutes to anything that we wanted all the time. Got the ocean. It gets cold. I think I was there
I'm
twice
sorry.
when it was cold.
Got the ocean?
Yeah. Well, the beach, whatever.
Sea.
The bay or whatever. Sea.
See, yeah.
Yeah. You don't have a swimming ocean. Like, well, you can swim if you wanted to.
well,
But
Rodney, if you
I
move,
guess,
I will
yeah.
introduce you to the winter swimming community.
yeah. I tell people that, and then they're like, okay, where is this place? Why would you go? Stuff like that. And generally, it's not the answer, and it's truly my answer. I've even told my wife this. Like, if we have to move somewhere, that would be the place. And I looked into the e-visas and all of that, but I mean, I wouldn't. I don't want to move. I don't want to leave South Africa. But that's the place. So this is my question to you guys. So if it was not where you are now, and if it was, and for you, Tamas, if it was not Hungary, because I don't want that to be your answer, what would be your top 3 destinations, and what would be your number 1 destination of if you had to move? Where would you go?
Boris, go.
I have the answer right away. So on the 3rd place, I have New Zealand. I love it. I love the views there because, I mean, Lord of the Rings. Let's be honest. It just showed all the beauties of this country. Plus, I've been watching a lot of documentaries, and I know that they are not really happy to receive any newcomers into the isle. Yeah, so you have to be either extremely skilled professional at some area that they are hiring now.
Yeah.
So if you are just a general janitor, it's not the place for you.
But what you mean? So administratively, they are not that welcoming. It's not that like the people are not friendly.
No. It's just overall they're
How to
not.
get in?
If I'm not mistaken, the whole population of New Zealand is around 5 million people, and they are just tending to keep it that way. At the other hand, New Zealand is not the most popular among big bands that are coming on the world tour.
Well, not like Tallinn is, but there is more.
Well, yeah, but when you are in Tallinn, dude, you
I
can
know.
literally.
Well,
Go-
you
I mean, I've been-
you 3 hours. You 3 hours from London, right?
3 hours to
Yeah.
London.
3-hour flight. Yeah.
I mean, I have been.
So
no, I
yeah.
just wanted to say, I did go to Copenhagen to see Tool. So, case in point, there is you can actually much more accessible than even from South Africa. Same, I had the same. If there's anything bad about South Africa, is that this kind of thing, the bands are not really coming there. But yeah, continue, Boris.
Okay, number 2 is Hebrew. I always struggle to. In Russian, it is Gibraltar.
In Hungarian too.
So
Gibraltar.
It's with the Gibraltar.
Gibraltar. Okay.
Very. I loved it. I mean, I can't say any bad words. Yes.
Oh, okay.
I love this place. So calm, so soothing, but at the same time, nothing to do there.
How is it? But also no tax to pay there, right? Either or something like that.
This I haven't investigated. I've been investigating about New Zealand when the COVID.
It's still Gibraltar is still a colony of the UK, right?
It
I think.
probably is.
Yeah, I think
It
so.
probably is. Yeah.
Yeah.
But number 1, and this is my absolutely.
And I think I know what it is because Boris is bitching about
you
this
know.
all the time.
Yes, I've been. Germany. I love Germany.
What?
Been
Okay.
there-
I thought you were going to say
Germany.
been
Spain.
there. No. I've been to Germany gazillions times. I know that people are not fond of Germany because of the Ordnung and everything has to be done by the rule. But at the same time, I'm living in Estonia and I have
At least air conditioning has to be done by the room.
Exactly, and the air conditioning is the least of your problems in Estonia. So I would say these are my top 3s, but Germany is above them, and the beer and the pretzels and the steaks there are amazing. Besides, the biggest heavy metal community or the metal community is in Germany. Besides Finland, of course, but Finland is not that. Finland is a cold country, really something to do with Estonia, the weather. So I know how and where they are, but Germany, especially this Bavarian area, Munich, and all this, really warm and cozy.
I thought
That
you were
will
gonna
be
say
me.
Spain, dude, because I know that
Uh,
you like struggle with the cold,
yeah.
and then the warm climate would have been good.
Spain, yes, but I've never been to Spain in that sense that I can speak about it.
Okay.
Okay. Before I go, Rodney, what is your second and third? Is there any, if we had to think, because I know you have traveled around, like
Yeah.
even in Asia and all those things. So I don't know if you've been to
Yeah.
South
Yeah. So
America, but yeah. So
no. So my actually my second spot would be Taiwan and Taipei. I really enjoyed going there as well. Same. I mean, for the food, uh, in Taiwan and in Asia in general, but there was killer. And then my third spot would probably be San Francisco. If it an American place, I mean, I generally don't want to move to the States, but it's always been because of the tech community there, and it's a very different city to the other cities in the States that I've been to. It's not like it yeah it doesn't feel American. It feels more cosmopolitan, more I guess because of all the people that were there. Or it's maybe just because when we were there just for work, we just met everyone else from around the world, I guess. But San Francisco would be the third spot. Yeah, but in generally, it's just probably two. It would be Tallinn and it would be Taipei. Would be the two main ones. Yeah.
and what makes you stay in South Africa?
What makes me stay in South Africa is firstly it's home. Uh, it's I've got probably a a, a job at the Rivco here that allows me to travel the world and to live a Durban lifestyle. You know what the Durban lifestyle is. It's pretty. I mean, we work hard. It's very laid back. It's a small community, beach all around, excellent weather all the time, and then you know the job allows me to travel to see these places around the world and to experience and come back. Not everyone will have those opportunities that I have. Uh, so I think that's it. All the and essentially close to family and friends all the time. With a job that works for me, I guess. Does all of that, and then there's also the feeling that I essentially I want to be here for whatever goes on in this place. I want to be here. So if there's a problem around here, whatever the thing is, I want to be part of helping solve whatever. I mean, not just work. I'm talking about like in life in general. Things happen in the country. You want to be part of the foundations of whatever is going to be built. I get the feeling that there's some. I mean, since we did since '94, since we've got freedom, there's lots been happening. But I want to be part of it, and I want to be here to be part of it. Uh, there are opportunities all the time to get other job offers in places where you can go in and be part of that country, move the stuff in. But my whole thing is like I want to be part of this. I want to be part of a foundation of something instead of being like maintenance paint. You know what I mean? Like you go to the States and I'm maintenance paint. There's nothing to be done. Uh, you go to the UK, you go to Australia. They've done their things, and now I'm just like, okay, I'm there to just paint something and make aesthetics and whatever. Here, it's part of the grind. Whether there's load shedding, whether there's freaking water cuts, whether you're part of it. Yeah. So I think that's it. I just want to be, for some reason, I don't know why. Just want to be part of all of this and be part of the experience. And then I guess in the greater scheme of things, uh, give back into this economy that we have. So everything that I spend and everything that I buy and all of that, other than all my Temu shopping, is 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 generally local. So that's my type of thing. Um, yeah, I don't know. It's weird, but I wouldn't leave. But and also I wouldn't leave Durban. So it's not
Uh-huh.
like I'll go to Joburg and I'll go to Cape Town. Um, I wouldn't. So I mean, when I finished Technicon, I went up to Joburg for like 3 or 4 months, and that I can't. It's a different lifestyle.
Hmm.
Uh, so it's kind of got back to Durban. even in the country, I think Durban would be the place to be. I don't know. It's weird. But I think that if I didn't work for Durofco and didn't get to travel, then potentially my mindset would have been different. But because I get to go out often and come back, then I get to see stuff. But if I was here all the time, then I'd be thinking about, maybe I should be there, maybe I should be there. So maybe it would be different if I had a different type of job and didn't get to travel a lot.
So there is one interesting thing that I picked up is that maybe to you it's second nature, and it was for me as well when I was there. Is so when people talk about South Africa, is the security always comes up, and you didn't even mention that because my experience was that I never got into any trouble, and you kind of learn your ways around it, and it's not in the forefront of your thinking. And you didn't even mention it as things. So security is one, and the other is that I hear other people sometimes saying is schooling. So for kids, is this are these not wherever concerns for you?
No. So I mean, I grew up in the public school. I grew up in the proper public school. When I say proper public school, I mean I went to school. My schooling was up until 12 years. Like this, apartheid fell when I was 12, 13. So essentially that first part of my childhood was in the old system. The second part, which would be, let's just call it, what is it, standard 6 to matric, grade 8 to grade 12, was in the new system. And generally in those 6 years or in those 4 years, nothing changed drastically in the schooling system because you can't change stuff that big in 4 years. So we went through these systems, and that was proper public schooling in there. For my daughter, also, she went through public schooling, but she went through what would be called, so effectively she went to La Lucia Primary, she went down to Virginia in Durban North, she went to Danville, and now she's in Varsity College. So the 3 schools that she went to is public schooling, but it's at the level that not all the schools are at the same level. So these were schools. I mean, I'm talking about the areas here: La Lucia, Challanges, and Durban North. So these schools are good facilities, training pitches, sports opportunities, a whole bunch of things. And I don't think that the schooling or the syllabus and all those type of things matter. I think the kid is gonna pick up no matter which school it is. The teachers matter. I think that's the case. You'll probably find good teachers and bad teachers in a public school, in a government school, in a private school, all of that. I've been hearing problems in private schooling this weekend where there's certain teachers are not available for about 3 months. And this is on a private school. People are paying an arm and a leg in a private school. So I think all these things, I think it's up to the kid. It's up to the parents. And you'll get 1 or 2 good teachers through you guys must have remember teachers. You wouldn't remember all your teachers. You probably remember 1 or 2 through your schooling system. And it doesn't matter which school we went through, we'd all have that 1 or 2 teachers that would have made an impact. The rest of the stuff, we would have got through it.
The teachers, I remember, they were like, they looked at me and like, no, forget it. Yeah, those are the things that I remember.
So the schooling for me is the effort you put in, and not generally that, because listen, we get people coming inside our graduate program, and they come in from all different places of this country. People that would not have had the opportunity to go to private schooling, and people would have come from private schooling, went to different type of universities, all come into the same graduate program and have to perform the same skills to impress us, right? And we don't ask the questions until after they come in. And it's not like everyone that's in here ended up in private school and came in from University of Cape Town or whatever. So I think it kind of varies on that. I guess you can have a bad experience in a public school, you can have a bad experience in a private school. But it doesn't come into my thing. I just took my daughter, we went through the public schooling system. That was it. I didn't have any concerns on any of that.
Security?
Yeah. Security, yeah, secure. Like you said, I think security is in the back of our mind, but it's not something that are like. It's weird. Like we don't. I don't think about it. It doesn't matter where I go and travel. I'm always doing the. I'm in a habit. I'm always noticing what's around me. I'm also noticing who's walking up. Like it's not like I drop my guard when I'm walking in a place that is supposedly to be safe anywhere in the world. I'm always looking. Like if I see people coming out the corner, and I'm looking.
Yeah.
So it's a habit that I've got into, uh, and then there's safe and dangerous places everywhere. So I just make sure I'm not in any of the dangerous places at times of days that we know it's more dangerous than others.
Yeah.
And that's it. And anyway, you get all the stuff, the car hijackings and all of that. It's just making sure that everything is secure, but it's second nature. It's something that I don't think about. It's something that just it kind of happens, right? It just happens. It's like you're driving a car now.
Yeah.
You just drive. Sometimes you drive and you don't know how you got there, and you've been driving for 10 minutes.
Oh, I remember
You're like,
those
oh,
things
hold on,
when I was drunk and
hold
how,
on.
I don't know how did I got home with the car. That's bad.
No, not the driving. Like sometimes you'll drive. Like if you're taking a long road trip, you kind of zone out sometimes
Yeah.
a little bit, but you're still driving. But if something happens on the road, you'll be like, okay, cool. You come back. But and I think it's like that. The security is like that, and it's all second nature, right? You need to get an alarm system. You need to get burglar guards. You need to get there needs to be a private security company, and then all of that comes. It's crazy. This new place that I'm building at. You can't get your private security. You can't put your burglar guards. You're not allowed to get an alarm.
Oh, really? So what is
Nothing.
it? Just at the perimeter there is something and that's it?
They say they've sorted everything. So
Wow.
so you just go there and there's no so then it's just straight up. So we'll see.
I mean
We'll see what happens.
that's one thing. When I did have friends there twice who visited me, and obviously it was good for them that I was there so I could show them around, and they also didn't need to. And when I moved to South Africa, I didn't even know that I was supposed to be scared, or not scared, but this. And one thing that I always show, besides the very rich area of like Lalusha and Umhlanga and all those kind of things,
Yeah.
I just show them like, look at, there is electric fences everywhere. I take them to this. Who is this guy? I forgot the name, but he lives. Ooh, he always got like guards with AK-47s outside. Ex-police guy. I just forgot his name.
Okay.
On the corner, as you go on up on the hill on the NMR road, and there's this big white building with.
Okay, right. No.
That I showed as a tourist attraction. Like look at this. This is the things that is in. But besides that, it's
So I mean, it's like there's shit. So, but probably the reason I want to stay as well. So there's shit you want to be here. I don't know. It's just. Yeah, we're not gonna. I mean, to be fair, we're not gonna be able to sort it out. Like I'm not gonna be able to sort it out. But for some reason, we just want to be here. Yeah, that's it. But if circumstances were different, if jobs were different, if there wasn't the traveling opportunity and stuff, then maybe all the decisions would be different. It feels, yeah. But for now, it feels an easy decision to make to stay. For me, yeah.
Yeah, I did hear. I mean, I did hear people who said otherwise and they wanted to leave, but I also heard people who wanted to stay and they listed same things. And they also said the lifestyle that they can get here with the weather, with the sporting opportunities for the kids. It's cricket, it's rugby, it's golf, it's all the swimming and all. It is. It's good. I did love that place. I'll just quickly say my things. So the top is the States. It's America. I almost don't care where. Obviously, I would care, but
next to a McDonald's, definitely.
Next to McDonald's, obviously.
Biggest one.
The biggest one, yeah. Interestingly, I wasn't like a huge fan of San Francisco. It was like too European. It was like I don't know.
Well, that's probably the reason I like it.
Yeah.
It's not American.
So once I did the road trip, then it changed, and it was really like how it was on the TV. So America, it's just like, to me, it's like I actually came to Estonia. Well, one of the main reasons was that I wanted to close to my family, to my parents, my sister, my nieces. So going to the States would be again going further away, but I think it would be easier to get well, depending on where I'm in the States. From there to Hungary, then it was from South Africa. Second and third place, I don't really know because this is my fourth place where I live. It's
Yeah.
UK, South Africa now. Estonia, I don't know if anything is missing. Asia, something in Asia. I've been to Thailand and I did love the food. I really love like Asian food. So and Taipei could be because it's very modern and it's very well developed. And I think it's Taiwan could be something. But I can't really list the second and the
Okay.
third place. If any criteria would be that like I would like to be at a place where I can do scuba diving very easily. In South Africa, I love that. I love doing that. And in South Africa, I was like, you just almost jump into the water. Not exactly, but I call the dive operator, and I'm there in 40 minutes on the weekend, and I'm diving. Whilst now I need to like watch out who organizes a trip somewhere and then pay like ridiculous amounts of money and then wait 6 months until I go for 10 days, which is it is amazing. But yeah. So it's so maybe South Africa
man.
again, to be honest, because I really loved that place. I really did
Lots
love
of
my life
lots of first world problems in that thing, huh?
yeah.
Yeah. I gotta book the trip with someone, gotta pay to someone,
Yeah.
wait 6 months to go on holiday.
Boris, would there be anything that would trigger this move?
To move
go
to
somewhere?
South Africa?
No, to your
move to
final
Germany.
First destination, to Germany.
Yeah. Probably if Games Global would open the a division in Germany,
Germany.
I would
Yeah?
I would have applied.
Okay.
Because
Okay.
first of all, my kid is that at that age when he just starts going to school, so in a couple of months.
Okay.
And for him, it won't be any difference. Either he will be studying in Estonia or in Germany, because he's still in the process of
Okay.
growing up. For me, it will be a bit difficult because I will have to study German, which I have nicht. Warum? But,
Oh wow, that was pretty good.
Oh, that's it. Just get Duolingo, man.
Exactly. But other than that, I don't see any problems. Why not? But I haven't been giving a thought about moving to Germany for quite some time now.
Okay.
But I don't know. We'll see.
Well, you go there
see
every
what
year
the
for
future
this
brings.
metal festival, right?
Yeah. Probably will go there next August again. This year we're skipping, but next.
Oh yeah, okay. Who knows? Maybe next August, Medroad is playing.
Oh.
Rodney, have you listened to any of the Medroad stuff?
No. Not my thing.
No.
I'm hip hop and R&B. That's about it.
Yeah. That's not for you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So the last part of the show is rapid fire questions. So Rodney, we're just gonna ask you random questions. Which
Okay.
these are still the same set of questions, right, Boris?
Yeah, absolutely.
So it is a person. It is. These are questions that were. So we just got them off the internet. Basically, Boris got them off the
Okay.
internet, and Boris wrote a very fancy script in Excel that
Okay.
picks the next question and just shows us two questions. So
Oh,
I have
wow.
it up here on the screen, and I will just.
Oh, wow.
So Boris is now.
Oh, writing macros.
Yeah,
He's a
yeah.
software developer. Software developer.
Exactly.
Writing macros.
This
Everyone
one is
that
meant to
uses
be
Excel is
asked
a
for
software
quiz.
developer.
Yeah. Maybe that will open up the door as well, Boris, to more locations. And this was supposed to be asked from kids, if I'm correct. This is still that.
Yeah. But these are very serious questions if you think about it.
Okay.
So wanna go,
G,
Boris? I'll start. I've got.
Okay. Yeah.
Very interesting question that came up here. If you didn't have electricity anymore, if we didn't have electricity anymore, what would you miss the most?
I'd miss live sport. I'd guess. That's it. I think that it's a thing I watch the most. Would be live sport from around the world. I guess no electricity, no live spots. I'd have to travel there by via steamboat
Yeah.
to
There's
where
no electricity
we
to.
need to go. Yeah, that's the thing. I guess that shows that I don't do any cooking, right? Because I'm not missing the stove. I'm not missing the fridge.
You're also not missing the power
Yeah,
tools. No
I'm
DIY work
missing.
at all.
I'm missing the thing that I'm staring at while sitting on a couch. That's
Fair enough.
that's the thing. Yeah. That's it. I guess.
Okay. Cool. My question would be, what is the nicest thing you could do for someone?
The nicest thing they could do for someone. Oh, I mean, there's lots of things, but I guess the nicest thing is probably to empathize with someone in whatever problems they're facing. I guess
What
would
was
be the
that,
thing.
sir?
To empathize with someone.
Empathize. Yeah.
Empathize. I guess that would be the thing. Yeah. I think that's it. Yeah.
Okay. I think we are looking at literally the same doc on the same drive file. So I had my question lined up, and Boris clicked, so I now see his other question. But I remember my question.
Okay, cool.
So what would make your neighbor smile?
What would make my neighbor smile? Jeez. I don't know what would make my neighbor smile.
Throw
I guess
You
my
can't
my
pull
one
your
my
pants
one
down
neighbor
or
would
something.
my one neighbor would smile if I just took him a bag of weed. He smokes a lot. So
Well,
that would be that.
fair point.
That would be it's crazy. Yeah. I guess
It
I
is
guess that
legal
would
now
make
there
him
to
smile.
consume.
Yeah.
It is not legal.
It's legal. Yeah, it's legal. So yeah, I guess that would make him smile.
Fair
I
enough.
would say, who wouldn't in that
Who
case?
wouldn't smile? Yeah.
So Boris, what's yours?
Oh, mine was, it's quite creepy in a sense, but and I probably know the answer, but I'm still going to ask it. And remember, these were questions for the kids.
Kids.
So, but nevertheless, would you rather live in a tree or live underground?
On a tree. In a tree.
Live in a tree or live underground?
Yeah, I'd live in a tree. In a tree, I'd live. In a tree house, I guess.
Yeah, I
treehouse.
guess we can assume that there is that.
I'm assuming there's a house. I'm just assuming I'm just sitting on a branch. Like just sitting on a branch and just chilling on a branch.
Eating peanuts.
Yeah. No, I'm assuming there's a tree house in there. Yeah. Other than that,
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, I'm assuming. But a tree would be good. At least you get some light. Get a tree house underground.
You
It'll
have
be more
advantage.
moley.
You can see things.
Yeah, you can see stuff. Otherwise, you're living like a mole, man. I guess underground. Yeah. I don't know.
I have seen. I think on Airbnb there are a few places that randomly come up that they build the constructs in a tree, and you can rent them, and they look like some kind of hobbit home or something. It looks pretty cool.
I've seen some of that. Yeah.
I just don't know how they go up. Do they go up on like a rope ladder? Which I don't know if I don't know if I could actually do that.
There's something I saw the rope ladder, but I also saw those like pulley elevators where you stand on it and then you'll just pulley yourself up and takes you up. Yeah.
Well, I
Just
see
send
the
it down.
pulley.
Yeah.
I think we have one more question each, right, Boris? I think that's where we are.
Yes.
Cool. Which zoo animal would you like for a pet?
A lima.
Oh.
So I've just saw the limas the other day. So I think that's the thing. A lima.
Lima is different than llama, right?
Yeah. Not a llama. A lima.
What is a lima?
So a lima is like is a lima like from Madagascar, the movie, like King Julian. If you know what a lima is.
Oh,
A lima is this like this thing. Yeah. So there's limas. Lima is a lima, right? I think. Let me just see if I'm speaking
Oh,
the right thing.
lemur.
Or
So
maybe
air-
it's lemurs.
with
Yeah,
like big
yeah,
eyes
yeah,
and
yeah.
white face and
Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yes, yes,
stubby
yes,
tail.
yes.
I just
Yeah,
know
like
because I
it's
Googled
it's
that.
like crazy. Looks like a crazy ass monkey when he's walking. Yeah.
They do. I've seen some documentaries when they are getting a sun baths and they are standing towards
Yes.
the sun, like
Yeah, yeah.
opening their eyes.
So that's the video. Well, I saw videos where they were just like walking like this.
Yeah, I think I also. It looks like hey,
That's why
wanna fuck with
that's
me?
why I answered that, because I was watching that yesterday. And I'm like, geez. So that's the thing that came to me now.
Because they would put on a nice show at home, I guess.
Yeah.
Last question from me would be: do you have a favorite smell?
A favorite smell. Oh, what's my favorite smell? I don't know. My favorite smell is probably a food. Trying to figure out what it is. So it's probably a food smell. It's probably a mutton curry. It's probably a curry smell. It's probably a curry smell. I'm guessing. Yeah. I'm gonna go with that. Because it's not any perfume or anything. I know that.
Oh.
But I do have a favorite smell, and I'm guessing it's gonna be food related. It's gonna be food related. But I'm gonna go with a curry because I can't think of anything else right now. But it has to be food. It's gonna be a food related. Yeah. It's gonna be a curry. Let's go with curry.
I mean, I can.
A Durban style curry. A Durban
Yeah,
style
yeah,
curry.
like
So
a nice bunny chow comes out of
not
the-
yeah. So not a traditional Indian style curry. A Durban style curry. Yeah. Yeah. I'll go with that.
Okay, nice.
And
I
that
think,
was Rodney.
I think that's it.
Yeah,
This is Rodney.
Cool, man.
Who apparently loves
Thanks.
South Africa and Estonia at the same time, which is
That's it. Yeah. Exactly. Thanks for the invite, guys, to come on.
yeah,
your show.
really cool. Thanks. And yeah, I mean, I hope I will see you in person in a few months. But it would be amazing if you came, if you could visit us, and then
Yeah.
Texas
I need
Honky
to-
Tonk still waits here.
Texas Honky Tonk. I was just gonna say I need to try the 911 wings again. Yeah. I need to go to
Do the disc golf,
what
try the
is
disc
that? What is that Japanese restaurant we used to go to?
It's
Washuku
no
is
longer
closed.
there.
Oh,
Washuku is
Washuku,
closed.
sorry, it's gone.
It's closed. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, for a long time.
There is another place
I need-
that does sell good ramen, so we
Yeah.
could go there. You need to
Okay.
try
and the
disc
bar
golf.
and the bar Twisted Sister, was it?
Twisted,
Was it?
Twisted Sister.
Whisper-
Whisper
Twisted
Sister.
Sister. Whisper Sisters.
But if you come, I will take you to another one, which is just as good. It's called
Okay.
Parrot Mini Bar. It's the same speakeasy style.
Okay.
Like you go
Yeah,
down
okay,
like
nice.
in a. I won't even like
Yeah.
spoil it. It's pretty cool how you actually get to the.
But I got my
where you
favorites
drink.
there. So yeah, Texas Honky Tonk, then the other Irish pub with my wings, where I spend most of the time.
What was it, Matt Murphy's?
Yeah, Mad Murphy's.
Okay.
yeah.
I didn't know you were like frequenting them.
That was the only place. I just get there. I think Ross
Okay.
and I went there like lots of times.
Oh,
That's
okay,
where we
okay.
go eat most of the times. Chicken wings.
But yeah, dude, definitely. I mean, yeah. If you're here, we're gonna make it count.
Awesome. Thanks a lot, man. Nice seeing you guys again. Nice seeing you, Boris, after ages, man.
Oh, yeah. It has
Yeah.
been a while.
It's been a while. Okay, cool. Thank you.
Alright, cool.
Okay.
Cheers. Bye.
Cheers. Bye.
Cheers, man.